Whew. Alright. Let's turn that down a little bit now. Let's turn that down just a smidge, see? Not gonna lie, guys, I'm buns at... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Caliburn. Wait, what do you mean how you buns? Like, it really is just a knowledge diff. You just gotta know what's up. And that's why you're subscribed to the ZTL channel, right? So you always know what's up. You always know what's good. Trinity with a 34 months this minute? What does it even mean this minute? Picked Artoria for my free SSR. Artoria is good. He's strong as hell. Bro said that he was expecting us to be like, ah, yeah, you messed up. You messed up. Nah, Artoria is good. Artoria is crazy good. She just does a lot of damage. I mean, that is at the end of the day what you gotta do, right? That is like 90% of FGO is like, all right, how much damage are we doing? Can you do enough Demoglios? Why do I have 150 extra things? So like, what do I do with these? Do I just sell them? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with those. Alright. Yeah, we're over on the JP side of things because this event is leaving in what, like a day or something? It's leaving in like a day from now or something. So I'm like, yeah, we gotta get to cleaning up the shop. Yeah, look at that, not even. Day and some change. Actually, I guess that would. Never mind. I'm stupid. How am I gonna say, no, not even a day. A day and some change. I'm like, bro, what am I, dumb? Okay, we got QP. I'm in dire need of mana prisms, dude. I'm so low. Can I transfer these lures to, like, my NA account? I actually don't think it's that big of a deal for me to start getting evocation leaves. I think I'm pretty caught up on those dudes. Anything I desperately need? That's the new mat from OC4, so I will take that. Good lord, do I have a just vehement amount of fangs. Yeah, I need those. You know what I really need, oddly enough, is I need spirit lanterns. I'm trying to, like, my farm would be a little bit more clean if I had more spirit lanterns. Because my Nero Bride is just a little too weak. Because she's at 10.55. The numbers for the thumbnail, peep the description. I have a link to the artist. HXD on Twitter. That boy is doing the Lord's work. If you like Ace the Savior, if you like Morgan, if you like Castoria even, hell, if you like Nightingale, that boy's got you covered. Alright? He's got everything for all of your gooning needs. Whatever you need, that boy's got it. I'm just gonna get these so I can sell them. I will say, FGA probably like the best thing for me to ever like started setting up. Because I was like, I don't want to do all this, man. I want to go play like Nikkei or something. And then I had FGA just run this for like a couple hours. Because FGA's like, yeah, even if it's not a clean farm, I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I'll just beat the enemy to death. I guess we'll cop the assassin ones, because we have slightly less of those. It's like a really awkward position to be in, where you're just like, I kind of got everything I need. But I would still like to clear out the event shop. I don't really need to. I would like to. Does he do commissions? I'm not really sure. I want to say I think he's Japanese, so I don't know how you would... I mean, I guess you could like Google Translate and ask him. You could DM him if his DMs are open. What craft essence should I use on Artoria? Anything that gives her more damage. So attack, NP damage, or Buster. If you're just starting out, anything that will just make her hit harder, because that is all Artoria is good for. Thankfully, that is a good thing to be good at in FGO, is doing damage. Because your farming does ultimately come down to, like, look, you can be the best looper in the game. Like, you can be a Mordred rider. You could be a Da Vinci rider. These characters that loop like absolute gods. But if you can't do damage, if you can't take out the enemy you're fighting, then what's the point? If you ain't got the damage, who cares how well you loop? You gotta win. You gotta win. Look, don't recommend him first day of filming because that, I don't even think that craft essence has come back around. Literally telling him, hey bro, yeah, you should get first day of filming. He's like, how do I get that? And then you go, oh, whoops. My bad. I'm also slowly getting my Oberon, my Vortigern into full power. Because I'm sure this would be a lot easier to do if I could just bonk the dude at the very end. Oh, not that. I think it's the King Protea that drops the seed. Do you think Lancer will be playable in Honkai Star Rail since he appears in the trailer? Maybe, but I've heard that, what's her nuts? Star Rail, don't they just do... Or no, that's not what I'm thinking. The thing that I was thinking about was... Oh, I see, that's why I was supposed to save those things. I see, that's why I was supposed to save them. Well then. The Saber's gonna be there. Like, the Saber Archerband are gonna be there for, what, like, 2-3 different patches? Which is, what, like 18 weeks? I don't think it's gonna run that long, right? I think they're just probably gonna do the two of them. I don't think they'd be there that long. Unless it's gonna be a real big, long, ongoing thing, which... I mean, if they want to do that, they can do that, I guess. I ain't gonna judge. Should I Grail Summer Jolter for a second time, or use one on Artoria? Grail whatever you like. Somebody mentioned it earlier, but this game is pretty forgiving on using the characters you like. What's a good example? Let me like pull up just some characters that I don't think are very good, but you could still get some usage out of. So, like, let's just look at some single targets, right? Let's just look at some guys. Just look at some dudes. Like, for all intents and purposes, somebody like Bedivere is just alright. You know, Bedivere's okay. He's realistically just, like, kind of a big stats thing. He kind of just can do some damage, unless... I mean, he still does decent damage, even at NP1, but ideally you'd like to get him to NP5. But if you really liked Bedivere and you wanted to Grail him, it's fine. You'll get usage out of him, right? Like, Saber Lancelot is definitely one of those guys that you could say has fallen off a bit. I mean, they give him buffs to try to make him better, but, you know, you just straight up have better options to use. Like, that, like, this is not being like, oh, this was the game changer for Saber Lancelot. But if you like Saber Lancelot a lot, you can go to Grail him, right? Like, he's fine. And then, obviously, there's, like, really strong servants that get more out of it. Like, someone like Draco is, like, pretty dang strong, right? So, like, you could just Grail them to make them a bit stronger. Kinda, you know, it's whatever. That is true, yeah. He's saying more Grails are not hard to come by, and he's not exactly lying. He ain't exactly lying. I feel like you get Grails if you sneeze in the right direction. There's this guy using Angra to solo every boss, so yeah, you can use anyone. I mean, yeah, people would, like, talk about, like, every story boss, and they'll be like, oh, new players, you gotta watch out for this. But, my buddy, when, you know, whenever a new boss or something comes out, if he can use a friend, he just brings a friend Ku-Alter and solos it with that, because he really likes Ku-Alter. So it's like, you don't even need to summon for the characters that are technically good. I mean, you just need to have, like, a farming team, essentially, right? Like, that's really all that's required of you is to have. It's like, as long as you can farm, I guess you're chilling. And even then, if you don't mind sitting there for 8 years doing your farming quest, then I guess you don't have to summon for the farming characters. Like, as long as you get it done, I suppose. As long as you get across the finish line? Who uses Eric Bloodaxe? I did early on, because I thought he was funny. I thought it was really funny that people were like, this guy sucks. And I'm like, I'm going to use this guy. And turns out people were actually correct. He is indeed some hot ass. He does blow fat dick. He is not great. But that's why I moved on to the flying general, you know? So I move over. Gotta use Lu Bu. Lu Bu be dropping nukes. I hope to call the rules for Summer Castoria. Look, I'm just, at this point, hoping I can get myself my ace and call it a day. Is NP1 Summer Castoria good enough, or does she need to be NP2? I mean, like most DPSs, getting NP2 is just to more cover your ass on things. If you've got all the major supports in the game, you can get by with NP1. I mean, this game really is built on having the supports. So, you know, if you've got Castoria and Oberon, then shrug. Like, yeah, you don't... I mean, you'll be fine with the NP1, but NP2 would be nice. If you know you're going to use her a lot, NP2's not terrible. But if you need Oberon, then you can just get the NP1 Castoria and then summon on Oberon's banner. Personally, I think it'd be smarter to start on the Oberon banner first, and then pivot on over. I kind of do want that extra bond, but we're not bonding our casters today. Hey, Kirigiri becoming a member. Thanks for joining, my boy. Or girl. You know, there is 4.4% of the ZTO audience is women, so could be part of that. Could be part of that 4%. You never know. You never know. Going for NP5, NP6 ace. We'll see how it goes. I don't like spending money on gacha games. Like, the most that I'll really do is, I coined the $20 method, but that's just because I'm really only willing to spend 20 bucks. I just don't like spending money. I don't mind doing some of those, like, daily pass things, like Wuthering Waves has one, Star Rail has one. You know, I don't mind getting those, but those are also games that you kind of have to just build up currency over time. It kind of takes a minute. When is Summer Castoria coming? Probably like 2 weeks from now. 2.5 maybe at the latest. It's just going to be a week after Anniversary drops. Penthesilia can one turn there. I mean, probably. If you have a strong enough Penthesilia and you get a good enough turn, probably. I have not used a single Penthesilia for any of the runs because I want to use my boy Kentucky. Kentucky Tim Tam slams that boy into the dirt. Kentucky gives Hurt the word, dude. Did you just say like 4% of the crowd is female? 4.4%. We checked it last week. Someone was like, hey, how many... What is the ratio at? Because it used to be 4%, like year 2 of uploading, and now it's like 4.4%. So they were like, what's the up? And I was like, well, apparently we got 0.4%, so... I don't know, man. Can I do Anniversary as a free-to-play? I mean, how much did you save up? Technically, you can get every single character with the quartz you get from the live stream and what, but, it's not likely. I mean, that's like going into a casino and being like, well, technically, I can use my 50 bucks that I got as birthday money and turn this into $1 million. Technically, that is true. But we gotta also move back down to the world of reality. We gotta move into the world of realism, you know? We can't be out here thinking, oh yeah, like 120 save quartz, I'm gonna get all of them, dude. How good is Summer Suzuka Gozen? She's aggressively mid. Unfortunately. I'm part of the 4.4. I'll believe it when I see it. Do you guys like Summer Ushi or Summer Martha more? Summer Ushi or Summer... Bro, they're both ass. What do you mean? What do you mean? Bro said, hey, do you like mid or worse mid? I'm like, buddy, what is this guy? What is bro talking about? Who do I want from the GSSR? Well, I'm gonna probably put it up for a vote. For people on stream. So I'll probably live stream it, and then I'll probably do like a nice straw poll. I mean, I feel like we go over this like every stream, but I don't mind doing it again. So the upcoming GSSR, I've narrowed it down to a couple of picks, because I'm obviously not going to let you guys vote on just any one of them. That's ridiculous. You guys are going to be like, you should do this pee-pee poo-poo one. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Okay, when it comes to, like, I have to spend money on this game, look, I'm real about my money, about my cash. I'm going to let people waste it, all right? If I'm paying, I'm at least going to pick the options, and then you guys can vote from there. But the ones that I've boiled it down to is the Saber Medusa, Durga, Pope Joanna, and Tiamat one, because I don't have Medusa, Durga, or the Pope, and I wouldn't mind getting NP2 Tiamat, so I'm kind of chilling with that. Any one of those I think I'd be pretty happy with. There is the Summer Scotty one. I don't have Summer Ibuki, and I would like to have her, just because I think it'd be very convenient moving forward. NP3 Archetype Earth would also be pretty good, because that's kind of like the last big threshold for her. NP4 and 5 are kind of just diminishing returns, so I wouldn't mind getting that. And then I don't have Proto Merlin. I don't really need her, because I already have OG Merlin. But it would make some things a little more smooth. Like, if I want to do an Immortal team with an Arts character, it makes it a little bit more smooth having the big Arts buff instead of the big Buster buff, you know, go figure. NP2 Summer Scotty would be a little troll to spare, but yeah, there is nothing else about that. It would just be, it would kind of suck. But then outside of that, like, I would want an additional Melusine and Morgan copy, but unfortunately, NP2 Miss Crane does quite literally nothing for me. So I'm not even putting that one on there. Like, NP2 Summer Scotty, hey, at the very least, I could use her as a quick AoE lawful farmer, you know? I could at least do that, right? I don't know what I'm doing with NP2 Miss Crane. No idea. Absolutely no idea for that one. And then I would like Karen, but it's not worth the Miss Crane being on there. I would like the Izumo, Jacques, and Koyan Dark banner, because I like all three of them. Like, Jacques is right up my alley. It's literally insane, mentally deranged woman. Koyan Dark I really like because of how she interacts with Ace the Savior in some team comps. Although I don't really know, I don't really know if I need to do all that because I have Koyan Sky and Oberon, but it'd still be cool. And I'm a huge fan. While I generally am not somebody that really likes Koyenskaya, I think she's kind of a mid character. I do really like Koyan Dark's Third Ascension. I think it goes immensely hard. I think it goes stupid dummy crazy. I don't know who made that, but they snapped. They went crazy with it. They went ballistic. What do you all farm when there's no events to do? Well, I mean, we have events right now, and I'm trying to get my Oberon up. So you can see I'm doing my free quests. Right now, I'm hitting the runs that I can on the King Protea fight, because King Protea, I think, is the best seed drop in the game right now. I mean, most of those Bleached Earth missions are just really crazy. They're really, really good. Summons Blush. Whoa, 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 hey. A little bit ago, I did a video talking about that, like, Koyan Dark probably deserves a little bit more love because, I mean, hey, she's hooking me up. I mean, she's helping me out with my ace setups, you know what I'm saying? What is this song in the background? 22? Gangplank Galleon Super Smash Bros. Okay, well, okay. I was like, who is talking in my ear right now, man? Get out of my ear, dude. But, when I did that video, he was like, I'm done coping. And he's like, I'm passing the baton of cope over to you. And, I mean, it's real. I feel for him. Because Koyan Dark is such, like, an interesting character. The fact that she can apply all the debuffs on her third skill. She has, like, this really strong targetable double overcharge. Real nice. Her charisma is very strong because it's a buster and 30% battery. Like, that's really nice. And then the next year, they just drop Kukulkan, who's like, yeah, she just does everything she does, but better. It's like, Oh. Cool. Thanks. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Appreciate that. Because at least for me, you know, like, I'll go back and forth with people that are like, oh, well, I mean, Arjuna Alter is just better than Morgan. I'm like, not necessarily. It's like, Arjuna Alter can do more damage if Morgan doesn't have her power mods, but if Morgan has any one of her power mods, she does equal or far more damage than Arjuna Alter does. And she's way better than he is in Challenge Quest. So I'm like, I think she's a way better character. Like, as a unit, with no bias, I think she's just a better character. She's more well-balanced. Which she should be, since she came out 2 years after he did. Like, yeah, I would hope she's a better character. I sure hope she's better than the guy that released a couple years before her. Or was it even like 3 years before he did? Or after he did? I don't know, but... yeah, I feel for him on that one. That one kind of sucks. But hey, look, he found Lilith, and he likes, Typhon. And those characters are... I mean... I'm a little worried about Lilith because quick single targets seem to have this volatile power creep where they just all need to do, they just all gotta be way better than the last person that just came out. And it's not even like new characters releasing. I mean, it's even like pre-existing characters like Kama, Melt, Tyra even. You know, they just dump these buffs on them that just shoot them up from like, oh, they're alright, to like, yeah, this is one of the best single target characters in the game. So I'm a little worried about Lilith, because I said this when she came out, and people were a little upset with me, but you look at her kit, and like, her kit is really good, but it doesn't, I don't know if it screams built to last, you know what I mean? Like, it seems power creepable, which is weird to say, because I think people would then respond to me and say, well, isn't everything power creepable? But it's like, nah, but you don't get it. I think she's fine. I think she'll be fine for a while, but Typhon, I think, is in a good spot. Typhon is looking strong. I didn't watch the video, but I know I saw a tweet from Plushy where he was saying that he was going to be doing a comparison to see if Typhon was the best Buster Farmer right now, which, big if true. I'm tired of Kukulkan being on top. Alright? I want her to be a bottom. So let's chip, chop, chip. Let's hurry that up. The Lilith situation was crazy. Yeah, literally everybody in the FGO community, including myself, getting debated, thinking that was going to be the, I guess you'd call it like the Abrahamic Lilith, but actually it's Mesopotamian Lilith. They're like, well, let's like, so you're Lilith, and it's like, yes, but no. Not really. What do you mean by that? What the Glimglam? What the Glibglorp? What's that other Grand Berserker? I mean, we should be moving it. Is that a Caleb City PFP? Sorry, that triggered my ADHD. If you're talking about what the next Grand is going to be, the next one is Lancer. We actually have the order. And I've been keeping it on my phone just for this reason. So it is Saber, Berserker, Lancer, Rider, Assassin, Archer, Caster, and then the extra 1 and 2 have question marks on them, which, I mean, they're definitely going to let us... They're definitely going to let us do an extra 1 and 2. Like, that's just more money for them. They, like, lose nothing by doing it. So they're probably going to do it. Do we have dropsies for gallstones? I don't even know. Like, what was the last time I farmed gallstones? Like, when Babylonia first came out? Item drop rate. Lunago, Tail, Talon, Monculate does not... Maybe. No. Okay, we don't. Oh, that's good. That means I get to sub out my CE, but the bad part about that is that this is going to be painful. 1 gallstone is all I need. Sir, take me to the gallows. I don't want to farm. I don't want to farm. Get me out of here. How much Saint Quartz we getting for this anniversary? You'll just have to wait and find out when I drop that video. I'll just, you know, the video's coming out. It'll come out at some point. You know? Grand Beast makes no sense, but I want it. I feel that. When is that update for NA where you can see in-game where to farm the mats you need? What was that? The last anniversary? It's not this upcoming one. I think it's the next anniversary. Do 9th anniversary. I want to say it was last year's anniversary. Lucky bag, guaranteed summon, blah blah blah. New append skills. Da Vinci workshop. Ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody ask. 4-time success. Other campaigns. Yes, yeah, okay, so it's 9th anniversary. It's next year. Yeah, okay. So I was like, it's not this year. This year's anniversary, I'm not going to say it sucked, but it was underwhelming. That is my nice way of saying it. It was underwhelming. I found the 8th anniversary to be an underwhelming endeavor. Me farming the Grand while watching ZTL farming Grand. I'm already done. But I might go hop back in there. I mean, fuck it. I want some more QP. Why not? More Bond for me. Kukulkana's Grand Foreigner boss would be criminal to play against. I mean, the Grand Foreigner doesn't do anything. Like, okay, I understand if you're on NA and you haven't done them, but these fights are not hard. These fights are really easy. Me and my friend were making the joke. We were like, the fact that Masashi is like, I'm the test for anybody that wants to be Grand Saber. I was like, so everybody's just more skilled than Masashi now then, right? Like, that's the joke we were making. Because it's like, I can have Giles be my Grand Saber. This year depends on how developed your account is. What do you mean? What do you mean? For what? In context of what? Yeah, Space and Rush Girls next year alongside CL. I mean, it's just a Moon Cancer explosion. It's CL, Golden BB. We get Hakunon, both of them as free-to-plays. There's Tlaloc. There's MHXX Alter, who I am going to be absolutely gooning out of my mind for. And I won't hear it. I won't have any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Legally, literally allowed to goon. I'm at 190. I'm probably going to go until my Ibuki hits Bond 15. Isn't that crazy how with one update they fixed the issue with you having Bond 15 characters? Because it was like, oh, well, if I Bond 15 my character, now I don't want to bring them because they're not, like, progressing anything. And they said, what if you just get a 25% bonus to everybody for being Bond 15? It's like, that's a little ludicrous, but we'll take it. We take those. I take them. Grand Jing Yuan for Assassin. What, like the Star Rail guy? Yeah, we get the let's see, you get 30 if you finish Trom, Lost Belt 7's first and second half. 30 if you're up to date on free quests. 144 if you've done all 48 advanced quests. 30 if you've unlocked 100 class scores. 20 from anniversary missions. It's like using Billy and stuff. 30 up to date on... What is PL? What did I mean by PL? And then 15 if you've unlocked one class score. Anybody have any idea what I meant by PL? Up to date on PL. What does that mean? PI? I don't even know my own note card. Here, let me look at my folder. Saint Chords for anniversary. Yep, those are the missions. Main story missions. Yeah, that's that. Servant. Oh, yeah, you get... There's more strengthening and interludes, but I didn't include those because not everybody's going to have those. That's advanced quest. Unlock a class score sign. Unlock 100. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. That's advanced quest. I'm going to match up my things. That's class score missions. Those are the anniversary missions. Then Oh, it's being up to date on the main story. Why did I put PL? Let me like write that out because I might have an annual. Like I give myself these note cards, but if I don't know what my notes mean, the date on cross that out. Main story or PI. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, Herc does get he does get his bussy invaded by double Berserker Castoria. Although, okay, in my experience, using everybody's NP5 characters to assist me in my clear, it just being nothing but a leech. My experience is the best guy is Kentoki. Kentoki just one-shots Herc, which is pretty nice. The Liliths sometimes fail to one-shot Herc, but they can definitely two-shot him. One Castoria Berserker, like this is just using one by themselves. The one Castoria Berserker, not factoring in crits, can take up to 3 NPs. Which is, I mean, kind of makes sense. Arts has the lowest damage modifier for NPs. Buster is Buster. And then Quick has the highest damage scaling for their NPs. So, yeah, in my experience, Zerk Castoria, third best person to use. But, I mean, that's third out of, like, every single Berserker in the game, so it's not exactly bad. Castoria, Lilith, Kentoki, they all just smelt Herc. And then for whatever godforsaken reason you need to fire a follow-up NP, they've all got, like, big 50 to 70% batteries. You have to be in wait for OC2 to get all the quartz. Let me see. Let me do a little maths here, because I'm going to need to have the final number whenever I actually do the video. This might be tomorrow's video. So, as long as you're up to date on your stuff, you're looking at $2.99. $2.99 is not bad. But it could be better. But it could be better. Put the video in the bag with me. Alright, I'll do it. Damn, alright, okay. Hello from my work. What are you doing from work? What do you do for luck, my boy? What do you got? What do you do for work? What am I, stupid? So you don't get anything if you're new? Get to grinding. Get to grinding. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like a live stream reward as well. Bro, how long am I going to be farming this before they just give me the one gallstone I need? I just want my Oberon to be at full power. Dude, what is that, like 95 more runs? Or is that 195 more runs? Because if I'm averaging... Well, how much am I averaging? Actually, I'm not really sure. Let me see. Let's say I just have the standard 5,000 bond per run. 191, that's a little fucking crazy. That's a little nuts. Walmart? Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. I have never heard good things about working at Walmart. I was gonna say, hey, at least maybe they pay well. You know what, Zerg? Just for you, I'll throw the Morgan picture back up. You might have heard of the double dragon, but have you heard of the double Morgan? I don't think so. Dude, look at all these other starting soon things that I have. Like, I have a W one for the Blue Moon when we play Arc Knights. We have the Silver Wolf one if we ever decide to play Star Rail again. Obviously, we have my girl Cantarella, who that's baby girl right there. I freaking... Oh my lord. We don't want that Morgan. We want Big Hat Morgan. Chat, can we kill this guy? Like, in real life, can we hunt him down and, like, hit him with rocks? Chat, can we Mortal Kombat finisher this guy? Chat, can we road roller this guy? Chat, can we use... Chat, can we use his balls like those, like, speed bags that boxers use? So better than gas station work. That's true. I've almost taken a gas station job quite a few times, but then I hear that they get robbed a lot, and sometimes you have to deal with unsavory individuals. But surely if you're at, like, one of those, like, nicer gas stations, like, what is it called? Like, what is that? Them boys in the South got Buc-ee's, I think it is. But that's not really a gas station anymore now, is it? Is that really a gas station? That looks like it's a super... Who's cooking food out there, dude? They're making me hungry. I'm not even gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it to 2 hours for my stream. People are making food out there. They're gonna make me hungry. My balls aren't big enough to be used as such. That's only because you're not believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself, they can be. I sell beer and it... What do you mean you sell beer? Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean? I've never heard anybody say, like, yeah, what's your job title? You're like, I sell beer. What do you mean, bro? Quit forever. I say we stone him, then drag him through boiling, spiking rocks, and throw box jellyfish at him, then make him do taxes in 200-degree heat. The box jellyfish is kind of crazy. I remember that was, when I was younger, I liked to watch 1,000 Ways to Die. But it, like, I think it really messed me up on certain things. Like, one guy died because there was a funnel web spider in Sydney, Australia, that was in his shoe. And the guy put his shoe on and it just bit him through the foot and killed him. And so I have always checked my shoes from that day forward. I always check my shoes to make sure there's not a spider in them. Even if I live in a place that doesn't really have spiders. I mean, spiders are kind of everywhere. I mean, bro, dude, this morning, I was just sitting at my desk. I was playing around, you know, I was gooning. And I was like, oh, is that like a piece of dust? And it was like a little baby spider just like floating down. He got on my shirt and I had to like send him to meet his ancestors. Australia being Australia, mate. Australia, mate. Why do Australian... Or wait... Why do Americans call gas gas when it's a liquid? Because it gives you gas. I would assume it's because, you know, you have, like, the... what is it? Not the motor at the end, but, you know, the pipe. Somebody will correct me. But, you know, you get the emissions out of that, and it gets burned into gas. So I would assume that's why. It starts as a liquid, but it ends up as gas. There's my nerd emoji, explanation. Apparently, it's pretty common there. Bro, what are those, like, big ones that people, like, those, like, comically large ones that people just find in their house in Australia? I don't know. I don't remember what those things are called, but I don't want to go there. I also will never go to Brazil. Brazil apparently has, they're referred to as banana spiders because they hide in bananas. But they're also known as, like, wandering spiders. And, what is it? I think it's an It's not an aphrodisiac, but it is, basically, they bite you, they make your dick hard, and then it falls off and you die. Like, what? Excuse me? That's crazy talk, dude. That's insane. Like, ever since then, I was like, oh, I understand the Brazil meme. Dude, you got the dick spiders, dude. That's crazy. Have you gotten Miyu yet? I think I have Miyu on NA. I don't know if I have her on JP. I'm not exactly going for Miyu, though. Yeah, those, yeah, see? Yeah, somebody knows about them. Those things are crazy. And, like, here's the thing that sucks. I love bananas, dude. And it's very rare, but I know there was a case of somebody getting bit by one over here in the States because, you know, you go to Walmart to pick up some bananas, you're not checking to make sure there's not a giant-ass spider in them. But apparently there was just one, he was just hanging out, and the guy was like, oh, let me check out these bananas, and he was like, hey, gonna give you a bite. So only women can beat it? I'm pretty sure women still just die if they get bit by them. Wolf spiders in Florida, them dudes jump at you to scare you away. Yeah, but at least like wolf spiders are kind of small. Well, let me double check. Yeah, I mean, he's a little large. He's respectable. Like this wolf spider, he ain't like the biggest, but he's respectable. He's peacocking a little bit. He's a little big. Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing about that, because I saw the post where it was like, Australia finds a new funnel web spider. What do they name it? Oh, they name it Bigger Funnel Web. You know, they're just like, yeah, what if we call it Big One? Yeah, Newcastle Big Boy. Like, literally like, hey, we found this new wasp species. We call it Wasp 2. Like, what in the Australian fuck is going on? I love bananas. Bro, bananas are so good. Bananas are great. They go great with, like, other fruits, too. You make, like, a strawberry banana smoothie. Oh. Oh. Delicious. Although, I did have the realization when I was younger, because I'm like, I like bananas. I like apples. Let me make an apple, like, banana smoothie, and it was very tart. It was not super great. You definitely... I mean, well, I was going to say you need something to balance out the apple, but I don't think apples go very well in smoothies. They're a little too tart, I think. They bring a different flavor to the charade, to the charade that's going on. I'm not gonna lie, the Shy Guys are kind of killing it on this. In Brazil, yep, I know about that. Yep, that was reason number 2 for me to not go to Brazil. I found out about the wandering spider first, but then when I found out about the fish that eats your no-no square, whoa, Jesus, bro. No. I just want to know what deity is in charge and how much of a yuck are they having at all of this. I'm like, you have penis spiders, you have penis fish, you have the platypus that's just kind of like a not real entity in and of itself. And then you make us like the smartest people on the planet, but yet simultaneously we're like the weakest thing ever. Like, if you fall down the wrong way, you just die. Strawberries go better with bananas and smoothie. Exactly. See, he knows. He knows. Plantains are cool. What do plantains taste like? My sister's getting married to... Oh, I want to say he's Puerto Rican, I think. I know he really likes plantains. I haven't tried plantains yet. Now, I'm kind of just expecting them to taste like little baby bananas. But then we would just call them baby bananas, though. So are they, like, more tart? Are they more, like, sweet? Are they bitter? I know you roast them. I know there's, like, some dishes where you roast them, and I'm like, dude, I can't imagine. Like, the roast banana is crazy. But if you go back to Las Bell 4, we roasted bananas with Pepe, because we were just that broke. I just got here. What are you farming? I need a singular gallstone for my Oberon second skill on JP. Because if Oberon was going to be nice enough to come to my Chaldea, I should at least level up his skills. Plantains are sweeter normally. You have my attention. We have an island with only snakes? What? Well, you gotta be a bit more specific. The first thing that came to mind for me was Madagascar, but then I was like, well, that also could just also still be Australia. I remember when I was younger, my mom was like, do you want to go vacation to Australia? And I was like, not really. She's like, why? I was like, everything's gonna kill me there. They have, like, all of the world's most deadly things. Like, I cannot imagine going through the normal, you know, day in and day out of life. Especially as a kid, where, like, I bring the wrong Yu-Gi-Oh card to school and now everybody calls me gay. I can't imagine doing that. And then also having to worry about magpies and spiders and snakes and snails that will kill you that there's no antidote for. Like, nicknaming that, like, the cigarette snail because it's like, all you got left is for one final cigarette. I'm like, that's crazy. Look, that also tells you where the Australians are out there. Like, I'm gonna die, let me get a ciggy, mate. Actually, what do you Australians call cigarettes? You call them ciggies? I do like a lot of Australian slang, I'll say that. My boy Stellar, he lives in Australia, and some of his slang is rubbing off on me. What Yu-Gi-Oh card did you bring? Okay, so funny story. When I was really young, so I grew up in a fairly religious household, right? Pretty religious. My Americans, I'm sure, can relate. I feel like every American has this backstory. You either have this backstory, or you were in, you came up from the mud. It's one of the two, right? And so for the longest time, I wanted to play Pokemon, and my mom denies this to this day. But I remember her bringing me to like a website where there was like this evil ass Pikachu on it. And she was like, yeah, so you can't play this. And it was literally like Moms Against Pokemon or something. Thankfully, the pastor at our church was super based, right? And his wife was like, oh, yeah, we let our son play Pokemon. And she's like, well, I guess if the pastor's letting their son play Pokemon, you can play it.
The strongest duelist won in the end.
Who's that? Genix? Genix with a 36. Genix, didn't you just resubscribe like 2 weeks ago? Something is definitely wrong with Twitch. I swear Genix just resubbed 2 weeks ago. I don't know, man. But so that was really dope. And the other thing that helped is that my parents were going through a separation that would lead into a divorce. So my dad bought me Pokemon, so he'd be like the cool parent. And then I remember I was at the mall, and I told my grandma that I wanted Pokemon Sapphire, and my grandma didn't know what it was, so she bought it for me. And then when my mom found out, my grandma my grandma comes like from Ethiopia. Like, I get to tell the story that like she grew up in the middle of like a village. She came over to the States when my grandfather, who's in the military, was stationed over there. So like, she's pure-blooded African. So my grandma made sure that I was keeping that Pokemon game, dude. She made sure I was keeping that game. So I was able to be into Pokemon, and I was into Pokemon for quite a while. I kind of fell off a little bit when, like, after X and Y. So I was a little disappointed in those, wasn't super interested in Sun and Moon. Got back into it with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I tried that after I also had enough money to buy the remix, because I was broke, so I could only get back into Pokemon once I could afford Omega Ruby. But then I tried Ultra Sun, really enjoyed that. But as for Yu-Gi-Oh, I remember being really young, and Yu-Gi-Oh for like Christian households, I mean, that's just straight demonic witchcraft right there. I mean, you see those pentagrams on there? They got aunts and stuff. I don't like. It's like, what is that? That's some kind of weird Egyptian voodoo magic, right? And you got women that aren't wearing clothes. I would say this is based, but understandably, they were like, I don't know if you should be playing this. So my friend lent me some of his Yu-Gi-Oh cards, just to kind of like look at and kind of like take them home. You know, like you ever like let your friend borrow something when you were like a little kid? You ever just be like, hey man, I'm gonna lend you this thing, So he let me do that, and then my dad caught me sitting in the middle sister's like closet, and we were just looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh cards together. And my dad, I remember he came in and he was like, that's what you guys are doing? And he's like, is this what you want to be doing? Yu-Gi-Oh? And I was like, yeah, these cards look cool. And then my dad had no response. And I was like, what is the Ben Shapiro thing? What? Oh, fuck. Get checkmate, libtard, like, by a 6-year-old. not really, but I mean, I remember he didn't have a response because he was like, well, I was expecting my son to feel bad, but he didn't feel bad. So So that was my experience with Yu-Gi-Oh! And then, like, here in the States, Bakugan was huge. And I was into Bakugan until I tried to steal one from a store when I was, like, 10. I saw a Bakugan that I didn't have, and we were, like, super broke. And I wanted to compete with my friends, and a store clerk caught me trying to steal one. And so my dad sold all my Bakugan, because he was like, alright, if you're, like, this into it, I had to sell these. So I was like, oh, man. At least you don't play Master Duel? Yeah. Yeah, I don't play Master Duel. Yeah, I'm looking at my Master Duel right now. I have 1,200 hours in Master Duel. Yeah. Ben Shapiro? No, look, Ben Shapiro's ironically funny. If you could accept the irony, he's pretty funny. Not from, like, a logical perspective, but I think it's funny. Like, I miss old Ben Shapiro, where he was like, hypothetically, say you walked into a Starbucks, and then, hypothetically, you were to preposterously say that you wanted cream in your coffee. That, I think, is just an absolute horrendous statement you can make. So, if you were following me on that, you have found out that, and then, he would just go into, like, some random, like, tangent after that, right? Old Ben Shapiro was great. Old Ben Shapiro was hilarious. I don't know what Ben Shapiro's doing now. I think he, like, grew his beard out or something. Did you play Project Dinosaur Dueling Book back when we didn't really have digital Yu-Gi-Oh? I actually... So, I did play a little... Like, I got a little into Yu-Gi-Oh! Once I was about 16. And I had my own money. I started buying the movie packs for Dark Side of Dimension. And I watched that movie with my friend, and I was like, that was really cool. And I really liked a lot of the cards that were in that pack. So I still have, like, a lot of nostalgia for that. And then I remember I bought the Dinosaur Structure deck when that came out. And I was watching a Team Samurai X deck profile on it, and I couldn't understand how Link monsters worked. So I kind of gave up on it. One of my friends that I met through Skype, this is how you know this is way back in the day. He was telling me, he's like, well, try the ABC structure deck. So I did that. We did a Skype duel where we got our, like, webcams going, and we would, like, play our cards on our deck, and I was able to win. But then I eventually gave all of those cards to my friend, and I was like, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just not for me. So, cut forward to about, like, a little bit before Burst of Destiny releasing, I decided that I wanted to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes. And what I did with my friend Stellar and my buddy Lucky is about a year before that, I kind of got into Duel Links, and I was having fun playing that. So I was like, let me watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes. And as we would go through the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes, I would be like, oh, Stellar, can you help me, like, build this deck? And Stellar has been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since, like, the Stone Ages. So we weren't playing, like, I normal summon Feral. Like, if I was like, hey, I want to play Blue Eyes, Stellar would teach me, all right, here's how you do, like, a Hulk combo in Blue Eyes. And keep in mind, this is way before we even had good support. Like, if you're like, oh, you're talking about it's like pre-Jet Dragon support. Like, we're talking, like, 2016 level Blue Eyes trying to jam Hulk Fiber Axe in there for combos. So, but to his credit, he was trying to help us, like, actually build these, like, decks and make them, like, somewhat good. So, that's also why, like, I have an appreciation for a lot of decks, because, like, I played Dark Magician, I played Blue Eyes, I played Umi, I played Insect, I played Toons, I played Dino. Then we went to GX, I played pretty much everything. I played Cyber Dragon, I played Hero, Evil Hero, I played Destiny Hero, like, I played all the things. I think the biggest jump for me was when we got to 5Ds, and I wanted to play Yusei's deck. Because if anybody's ever played Synchron, you know that you actually have to do math, and you have to manage your board correctly. Otherwise, you're going to end on dick fuck nothing. You're going to do speed or pass is what you're going to do if you don't do math. So that was a little intense. But yeah, then I started, like, I went through all the series, and when we finished Yu-Gi-Oh! Burst of Destiny was releasing, and that was the first time that instead of going to my friend Stellar, I said, what if I just put all the Sword Soul cards in a deck, and I just try to figure it out for myself? And it was, like, super intuitive. I kind of figured out excuse me, how I was supposed to play the deck and everything. And I really liked Sword Soul. So I bought a box of Burst of Destiny. And I pulled DPE, which was like a $120 card at the time. But unfortunately, I didn't sell it because, one, I knew the card was busted out the ass. Because when we got to GX, this asshole Stellar put DPE in his deck. And so, people playing Cyber Dragon, Elemental Hero, Evil Hero, they're not beating DPE. DPE just, soloed everybody. But so I knew that this card was broken. But, because of that, I kind of went forward. I went strong playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever since. I've been really enjoying it. And it's also why I think I have, a pretty good breadth of understanding when it comes to just random Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. Because I just will play shit. That combined with the fact that we've been having this, long ongoing Yu-Gi-Oh! D&D means that, if I have, John Gafugelmeyer over here, and I want him to... I'm like, oh, I really like the vibe of these Sulfachord monsters. I'm like, I gotta learn how to play Sulfachord. I gotta at least learn the fundamentals to play it, as a pure deck. So, in general, I'm fairly competent with, most of the decks in the game. Arisar for a level 7 is ridiculously good. Cash Tier is one of my favorite decks of all time. So knowing that they end on several negates that can make your cards into spell traps, Cash is so awful. My least favorite deck of all time. I'm a zombie deck going against Cash Tier Arisar. We need someone to errata the trap so Dork Magician doesn't die immediately. I would agree with you on that if I liked Dark Magician, but unfortunately, I'm a Kaiba guy. I don't really care for Attempt too much. I discovered that as I was reading, or not reading, well, I mean, we are actually reading, I just read the GX manga, and the GX manga, I was, baffling, because Chaz is actually a good duelist. It's actually crazy. Bro is sick, nasty go-to with the sauce. It's insane. But when I was going through all the series, I was like, well, alright, in Duel Monsters, I think my favorite character was Joey. I really liked his progression on things. I think Joey's ruined a lot by the dub. We watched the subbed version, where Joey's done definitely a lot better. 4Kids did not do him any favors. But then I think very close is Kaiba. Kaiba's pretty close for DM. For GX, I really just like Jaden. I like Jaden's arc, especially with, the end of the... I'm also a huge Kamen Rider fan. And once you get to, that 4th season, post-Yubel Jaden, he just feels like a legacy Kamen Rider, and it just has, a really cool feel to it. And then, yeah, GX, I mean, I kind of just I kind of just generally liked a lot of the dudes in there. Did you know, oh, that we also did that, we read, Yu-Gi-Oh! R, which is, in between Battle City and, the Egyptian arc, Millennium World. Joey actually does get to do it. He swings for game with Gearfried on the Wicked Eraser, which the Wicked Eraser is just, Slifer but evil. So I was like, dude, they let him do it. They let Joey attack the god for game this time. I was like, oh my god. I was so happy. I was like, my boy. 5Ds, I like Yusei and Jack a lot. I think Akiza's a bit unfortunate. Dude, hi ZTL, I love you. I just had that, what is it from, Megamind? The, what is the hero name? Not Omni-Man, Mega Man, whatever his name is. But, they're like, I love you, guy. And he's like, I love you too, random civilian. That's just the first thing that popped into my head. Appreciate the love, my boy. 5Ds. Jack was definitely my favorite character. Yusei definitely makes a strong case for himself as well. Zexal. Dude, I fucking love Shark. I fucking love Shark. Or for dub watchers, Reginald. Ugh. Metro Man, that's his name. Thank you. I was like, what is his name? I was like, it's not Omni-Man. Omni-Man's the psychopath from Invincible. Then again, I've only seen season 1, so maybe Omni-Man gets better. But, I fucking love Shark, dude. Shark is so tight. And I also love Yuma's arc. Zexal, I think, is probably, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. I do think, though, it's probably easier for people to have 5Ds as the best. 5Ds is my second favorite, probably. Because 5Ds just has, a very, it's just consistently good. Whereas Zexal, it's like kind of frustrating at the beginning, but then once you get to like the end of the first season, you're like, oh, it makes sense, and then you appreciate it, you know? Because it's like, Yuma's so bad. He's like making misplays and like he's doing all this stuff. And then it's like then it feels really good once Yuma starts to like become a really good duelist. It's like, oh yeah, we had to like be ass to get good. Like I appreciate it because that was kind of me. I've been there. I've made mistakes that are like just blatant misplays, or I just don't understand game mechanics and I just like fuck up things. You know? So maybe that's also why like I really appreciate Zexal, because I see a lot of myself in Yuma. I'm 4 foot now. Going from being like turbo donkey water to actually being what I would consider like a decent player. Arc 5 is unfortunate, dude. It's unfortunate. Arc 5 had the potential to be the greatest series of all time, dude. Dude, it's the Legacy Anniversary series. They bring back Jack, Kite, Crow. I mean, Alexis, I guess. Sure, why not? They bring back Aster Phoenix. They were supposed to bring back Zane, but messed that one up. But it's literally at the very end of the Synchro arc, it just goes downhill, and it goes downhill aggressively fast. And it's so unfortunate. I want to like Arc 5 so bad, but it's just not good. It just sucks. Like, the beginning for Arc 5 is a little rough, but it picks up. Like, it picks up strong. You know, with, like, the initial arc, and then you move into, like, the Synchro thing. I hate action cards. I really hate that. It's like, by that point, I was really in on, like, trying to be good at Yu-Gi-Oh! So having these cards that are outside of the duel determining whether or not you would win the duel or not, I really hated it. Yeah, the archetypes for Arc 5 were also pretty good. I think that was the other thing. I mean, you've got, like, a lot of really sick, like, just cool archetypes. You've got, like, Pen Magicians, I think all look really cool. I think each of the Dimension Dragons look super sick. Phantom Knight, I literally still have an Adventure Phantom Knight deck ready to go on Master Duel, even though I know it sucks complete cock. I know it's complete cock, Willie. I know it's the worst thing of all time. But I still got it sleeved up. Raid Raptor I was never a big fan of, but I don't like these big, like, slop combo decks. Which I know is, you know, like, people would say, isn't that Phantom Knight? No. I'm playing more low to the ground. I'm playing Adventure PK. I got, like, 3 PKs in my deck. You know, relax. But, I mean, the new Red Dragon Archfiend stuff looked really cool. Like, I'm a Battle Wasp enjoyer because I like Bee Trooper. I love me my Insect Slop. Resonance Insect is one of my favorite cards of all time. That's just my guy. Resonance Insect always getting in there, dude. That's my guy right there. Actually, let me ask, Stellar has my top 10. Do you have my top 10 card list? Talking about it on stream. There we go. I added him 3 times, so hopefully he'll wake up. But I mean, Predaplants I think are super cool. Speedroid I have come to enjoy. I have slowly become a Speedroid enjoyer. It feels nice being able to enjoy the card. The little weird dice balls and click clacker thingies, you know. Oh, yeah, Mike, you're like 100% on that one. Like, Yuya has an opportunity to evolve as a duelist, but he just chooses not to. And it's, like, so frustrating. So frustrating. It's like, you know, he gets mollywopped by the Earthbound guy, and he was like, I don't want to do all that. I always forget how to summon Zark without getting him negated. New Trap. The new trap with the white Supreme King Magicians. Reigns was epic as hell. Yeah, I do love Reigns. Okay, so here's my thing. Is that, like, if somebody tells me they don't like Vrains, I'm like, okay, so that's a casual player. Because if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh at all, Vrains is sick as fuck, dude. Like, Vrains and 5Ds are about it. They're, like, tied for my number 2 spot. I think I'm pretty comfortable saying that Zexal is my favorite. And then, Vrains and 5Ds are just, like, they're close. Zexal, or not Zexal, but, like, Vrains is shorter, so there's, like, not as much just, like, random, like, bad episodes. It's, like, shorter, so they can kind of keep it tight. But then, like, and, you know, like, 5Ds has more, so there are, like, more hype moments. It's more anime, quote-unquote, if you want to think of it that way. But then, you know, there's also, like, some kind of just weird shit that happens in 5Ds from time to time. Sometimes there is just kind of, like, shit happening. It's like, what is going on right now? But Vrains is sick as hell, dog. Like, anytime Revolver and Yusaku duel, oh my god, you're in for a duel, bro. You're in for that. Mathmech best deck. I'm a Vegmech enjoyer. I do like Mathmech. That was one of the decks that I gravitated towards when I was first getting into the game. This is pre-circular, by the way. And Stellar was like, you don't want to play this deck. They don't do anything right now. And then they got circular, and I was like, how about now? And he's like, they do everything. And now it is the deck that literally cannot die. I am real excited to be sleeving up some Mathmech Malice, maybe, you know, in a couple weeks here, you know what I'm talking about? I actually didn't really like the, that Callan arc. I don't really like that. I was like, yeah, okay, dude. Yeah, whatever you say, dude. I was like, yeah. I also didn't really care for Callan as a character very much. So that Western episode, I was like, come on, let's shimmy on, let's get out of here. Chop chop, let's hurry it up. Yeah, literally, bro, your universe might die. My brother in Christ, your universe is in crisis. Please duel. Please beat this guy up. Gold Pride and Punk best deck. I'm okay with Gold Pride. I think Gold Pride is alright. I'm kind of neutral on it. I'm a huge Punk enjoyer, though. God, I love playing me some Punk. Punk almost feels illegal to be able to play, which is some of the shit you're able to do. I wonder when the new Super Quant support is coming to the TCG? Never. What's your opinion on the Yu-Gi-Oh movies? You mean, like, all 3 of them? We actually didn't watch Pyramid of Light because I was just so over watching DM stuff at that point that we passed up on it. We rewatched, what is, the 2016 movie. Dark Side of Dimensions. Yeah, Dark Side of Dimensions. I still like Dark Side of Dimensions. I don't like that they kind of roll back that, like, Atem has to come in and save everybody. Because I'm like, dog, Atem, you got your ass beat by little Yugi, alright? Like, don't be trying to come in. But I get it. It's like weird, it's like magic-y stuff, you know? Yukimoto might be the better duelist, but he doesn't have any special powers. So when Aigami kind of starts cheating, I guess Atem does have to come back and shit all over the place, right? But I didn't like that, because I didn't like the implication that, like, little Yugi still needed, you know, Atem or anything. I don't like that. I don't like rolling that back just because it's like, oh, well, Atem is super popular. I'm like, I don't care. Stick to your story, bro. Don't roll like this back unnecessarily. But it's still, like, aside from that, very, very good. And then I love Bonds Beyond Time. Bonds Beyond Time goes fucking crazy, dude. I think Bonds Beyond Time goes crazy. Because, one, I mean, I love Jaden, and Jaden goes crazy. Bro, the movie starts off with Jaden running away from real monsters, getting blown up, and then just tanking it like it was nothing. Like, bro just became he literally became a hero off screen. Like, shit is kind of crazy. It also made, like, Jaden look really good, because, like, Jaden hard carries that duel. I'm not gonna lie. I know people were like, Atem is their, like, childhood dude, but Atem was kind of a fucking bozo in that duel. I was the DJ Khaled meme whenever I was watching that. I was like, bro, what does a Tem even do, bro? Bro was like, alright, I send Karibo. I'm like, yeah, thanks, bro. Did you watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 movie? Better than that, I read it. Well, most of it. I'm like 25 chapters in. I got like 25 more to go. I know, dude! I think Malefics are so sick. Especially because in the sub, they're like true. It's not Malefic. They're truth monsters. They're truth sin monsters. And I love that stuff. That stuff is like so cool. It's unfortunate that they are terrible. But now I've been going back and looking at like historical formats in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I didn't know that Malefic actually did have a meta deck. Not by itself, but it was a Malefic Gravekeeper stun strategy. So you would play Malefic Stardust because it protects Necro Valley. And you would play Malefic Cyber End Dragon because it's just a free big guy. Like, it's a free big 4K Bungulus that you just, like, you can't get rid of. You know, like, you just need... Like, he's just fucking big. Like, I don't know what you want. He's big. He's Gigantamasaurus. Look, back in the day, they didn't have access code. How do you feel about Magic the Gathering? I guess, like, a little negative, if you were to ask me about it. Because my ex was really trying to get me to play Magic the Gathering, and I never did, and thank Christ I never did. Because then that would tank Magic the Gathering for me. But I have no interest to play it. They have some really cool looking cards, I'll give them that, but it's just not for me, probably. Oh yeah, I have kind of retired out of Duel Links. Duel Links is kind of not what I enjoyed anymore about it. Like, kind of the decks we're getting. It's at the point where Duel Links has decks that I'm like, well, why am I playing this if this is like already mastered? Like, why am I playing Boneless Sky Striker when I could go play Striker Tenpai, which I love playing Striker Tenpai. We'll play this. Hell no, dude. I play these card games to summon cute women and cool monsters. SpongeBob is neither one of those things. So no, I would not be playing the SpongeBob cards. Yeah, I think Magic the Gathering would be a little weird to get used to, but I imagine it's kind of like playing Edison Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, or maybe like some of like the dad formats. If it's GOAT slow, I wouldn't like it. I'm not a huge GOAT format guy. I can get into some GOAT format games. Like, I can mess with it a little bit, but generally I'm not a huge GOAT guy. Cute women, do you run Dogmatica? Well, like let me just think of. Let me look at Master Duel meta and just see the decks that I play. Like, I know I tried to learn Snake Eyes just for the fact that I like Diabellstar. Like, Diabellstar's hot, but unfortunately, I found Snake Eye to be boring as fuck. Let's see, like, yeah, with the release of the alt art for Cartesia, I am trying to get uppies. I have done so many summons that I have all the arts for Aluber. I have all the arts for Albaz. Not a single Cartesia. Not a single one. I already have the two that you normally play. I just want the alt arts. See the Albaz anime episode? I'm gonna let it finish, and I'm gonna watch it all back to back. I'm not a very patient person. I like to watch everything at once. Let's see. Blue Eyes I'm playing, but that's because I'm a Blue Eyes enjoyer. I want to play Mermail just because the new Mermail lady is really cute. I don't care if the bottom half is fish, dude. I'll figure it out. I'm a smart guy. I'll figure it out. Shaddoll. Yeah, I did run Invoke Shaddoll Dogmatica strictly because I think Winda is really cute. Do not judge me. Don't fucking judge me, alright? I play Velmonica because I think the lady's cute. Like, the main girl. I play White Forest because I think Diabell is super hot. Like, the queen of the White Forest lady, I think, like, that's a right up my... Whoa, 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 Nero Bride. What's up, whoa, what's up with it? Nero Bride, hey, baby girl, you can't be failing the run. I'm getting into a groove, talking to the boys. You can't be failing runs out here. But yeah, like, I think Diabell, Queen of the White Forest, is hot as fuck, dude. Hot as fuck. Morgan Pixine. Yeah, dude, I've been exposed. Yeah, you got me. I like Morgan. I want to play Chimera just because the level 6 Illusion Dark Magician Girl is cute. I play Kashtira just because I like Kashtira. Let me think. What else? Let me look at the top decks. What are other decks that I just play? I play Centurion, but that's just because I like Centurion. I just like the deck. It's just fun. I like Punk. Just 'cause I like Punk. Okay, I forced myself to learn how to play Yubel because I think Yubel's hot. Yeah, I will, if I'm playing a water deck, I will jam Aegerin into the deck so I can make the level 10. You know, the one that lets you discard a water, summon itself, and a water tuner, and then you can make a 10. I will put that in any water deck so I can make Gimmer Aegerin, because Gimmer Aegerin is hot. Fellas, I'm gonna ask you a real question. Gimmer Aegerin? His? And that's all I'm gonna say. You can fill in the blanks. You can fill in the blanks. Oh, I'm a huge lab enjoyer. Huge lab enjoyer. Big Labyrinth player. Love me my Labyrinth. Love Labyrinth. Striker, I like... Okay, I think Ray's cute. Obviously, who doesn't like Ray? Drop the copy pasta. But Sky Striker's not very good, so I play Striker Tenpai. So I can kind of get my Striker fix and actually have a deck that's not Dog Water. I play Mathmech because they're like little Gundam dudes. Would you play Trap Tricks? I'm not a big fan of Trap Tricks. I don't like the gameplay style. I'm just not a big fan. It's like a control deck that I've never really liked playing. Tier list for all the women cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, here's what you should do. You should become a Patreon. Recommend that, and then I will make that. I will put that up for the Patreon. I still have to make the Nikkei tier list, though. I want to play Argo Stars just because I think trap monsters are, like, really sick. And the women are cute. I'm a Dragon Link enjoyer, but Dragon Link is just, like, all cool dragons. That appeals to, like, 6-year-old me. I play a little bit of Live Twin. I do that a little bit. I do some DDD gaming. I want to play Dino Morpheus so bad. But the problem is that Dino Morpheus is not good. But the unfortunate thing is Ketragina is so hot. How do you cope with that? How do I make that work? Let's see, like, I have heroes built, but me and Hero don't get along. I really wanted to play Ritual Beast because of Ritual Beast Win. Her little Ritual Beast thing looks like a question mark above her head, and I think that's adorable. I think that's cute as fuck. Yeah, I play me some DM, but that's just because I like Dragoon. I think Dragoon's a really cool card. I was a Flu enjoyer back in the day, but I'm not going to be coping on that strategy. I'm a big Orchist enjoyer. I love playing me some Orchist. Love playing me some Orchist. Super Quant? Yeah, I play, there's actually one of our characters in the D&D. I gave them Super Quant, so I have an excuse to play Super Quant without playing a Master Duel. It is a deck I enjoy playing. I play Blackwing. We should stone that guy. May Dragon Mage become relevant again? They probably will. Their new support, I've heard, is really good. It is the Chamber big version, and then we got a new fusion that also comes with a not technically a Dragon Maid card, but it's like a generic dragon they can make that's also good. What Gundam do you like the most since you play Mathmech and you mentioned Gundam? Okay, well maybe it's easier to just kind of give, like, favorite from each series. Because sometimes it does vary on the day, right? So, if I'm thinking, like, I mean, original Gundam, it's just going to be the original Gundam. Zeta's probably the Zeta Gundam. Hyakushiki's really close. I know that's not a Gundam, but I really do like the Hyakushiki. Kind of depends on the vibe of the day. But I do really like the Zeta Gundam. I think the double Zeta Gundam was really hard. I think that shit fucks. I watched Unicorn just for the Unicorn Gundam before I watched any UC stuff, so I had no idea what was going on. But I still liked Unicorn. I still thought Unicorn was a pretty sick-looking Gundam. If we're going to, like, Seed, it's gotta be Strike Freedom. I love Strike Freedom to pieces, dude. That Gundam is so fucking cool. I actually have a model that I'm supposed to finish building when I moved. It's like a little gift for myself. So fucking sick. Love Strike Freedom. Let's see, then... Let's see, maybe like Double O next. I'm a big Double O Riser fan. I like the Double O Riser. That's I'm a big enjoyer of that. Let's see. Wing would be Wing Zero from Endless Waltz, or just Epion. Like Epion actually probably Epion and the Endless Waltz, like the angelic winged Wing Zero, are like, those are probably making a crack in like top 3 for me. I love them, dude. I love those suits. Those suits are so cool. You have the Angel and the Devil Gundam. That shit is so sick. Speaking of Devil Gundam, there's G Gundam. I'm a big God Gundam enjoyer. I think the God Gundam goes hard. But I also think G Gundam just also goes hard in general. I think that shit just fucks. What other alt series are there? I mean, I like the Double X Gundam. I think that's good. Turn X isn't a Gundam, it's a mobile suit, but I would put that up there. Turn X is one of my favorite mobile suits. Let me think here. Ariel's alright. Like, Ariel from Witch from Mercury, like, I kind of mess with it. It's not, like, my favorite, but I do like it. It's got a pretty good design. Like, it would be up there in terms of designs. I think it's good looking. Iron-Blooded Orphans. Oh, yeah, it would be Bale. Bale's one of my favorite Gundams of all time. I mess with Bale real hard. And, like, not the final Barbados, not Lupus Rex, but, like, the one right before Lupus Rex. So, like, during the Hashmal, like, around there. Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, when he's fighting the mobile armor, / like, end of Season 1. Like, around there. Like, before Barbados gets really chunky, where it's still, like, pretty lean. Like, that Barbados is also pretty high tier for me. You know, I really like that. But Bale's a pretty high tier Gundam for me. What do you think? Anything else? So I've skipped a lot of the UC side story stuff. I feel like I'm missing a really big series. Let me see, like Wing, Double O, said Seed. We did IBO, Witch. Reconquista I didn't finish. I thought Reconquista was turbo PP bad. Same thing for Victory. Got like 5 episodes of the Victory. Couldn't finish it. Turbo Penis bad. I know I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. Wait, I mean, my problem... excuse me. My problem with, Lupus Rex is that, like, the arms are really big and goofy, and I don't like it. Unicorn? We brought up Unicorn. We said that earlier. War in the Pocket? I said I didn't watch any of the UC side stories. I have to get to them. But after watching Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta and then Double Zeta, I was, like, kind of done with UC stuff for a little bit. Double Zeta? I already said the full armor Double Zeta from that one. Build Fighters? We haven't gotten to Build Fighters. I'm saving Build Fighters because I know I'll enjoy it. Because Build Fighters is all, like, custom Gundams, which I think is super sick. It's like custom builds. I think that's really cool. Dude, just for me, if his arms were, like, more built to scale, I would mess with it really hard. But as soon as I used to really like Lupus Rex. But then it was when I was considering buying a model I was looking at Lupus Rex and I was like, wait, were his arms always this big? And Stellar was like, yeah, his arms were always this big and goofy. And I was like, there's no way. We think of Nina as a character? Like Nina from what? Like Gurren Lagann? Like the hologram lady? Casual 6-turn farm, by the way. Because I forgot to use my NP on a turn 1. Destiny and Seed. I said it was, Oh, well, if we're... Are we splitting them? Well, if we're splitting them, then things get a little interesting. Because, then from Seed, it would just be Strike Freedom. Strike Freedom is pretty high up there for me. If I get to pick a different one... Or no, it would just be Freedom. And then from Destiny, I would change Strike Freedom to be... It's coming down between Akatsuki and the Destiny Gundam. I'm a big fan of Destiny, and I'm a big fan of the Akatsuki. IBO Season 2 was written terribly. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, somebody that gets it. IBO Season 1, I have ranked as, like, one of the top 3 Gundam things of all time. Like, it's up there. It's, like, top... It's in my top 5, at least. I know that, because I have the tier list. See, if Genix was a real one, he would actually be here, and he would then link the tier list. But Genix is no longer a real one. We gotta kill him. Oh, wait, here it is. This is my Gundam ranking. No, my tier list reset. You know, maybe, hold on, we might... You ever watch the really bad 00 movie? Alright, I don't know if it was, like, bad, but I'll agree it's not great either. It's middle of the pack. Oh, yeah. Like, the fights are insane. Like, the final fight looks really dope. I mean, Mika versus Hashmal is one of my favorite fights of all time. I think that shit goes crazy. I thought I just gave her the arts buff and I was going to scream. I mean, the fights just go ballistically hard. But it's like, I just don't know what happened to their brains. They just threw them away. Hathaway, I don't like either of the Gundams in Hathaway. They're just big, chunky suits, and I don't like them. They're fat. I don't like them. Right here, while I'm farming, let me do a little bit of ranking. So, and you know what? I'll do this for both chats. So if you're a Gundam guy, here is a tier list maker. So if you want to make your own thing, this is what I'm going to be working on in the background. This is your reference material. this is the bookwork. You know, this is the bookwork. You got to do something while you're farming. You know, I know the last stand is really cool. It does go really hard, and unfortunately, just written like absolute dog ass. But you know what? We couldn't be peak forever, unfortunately. We couldn't be the GOATed of all time. So I'm gonna put Mobile Suit Gundam in B. I think it's just like a really solid, good show. I'm putting Zeta like top of A. I love Zeta. Double Zeta, I think, averages out to being like a C tier series in my opinion. Like I think the first half of Double Zeta is some of the worst Gundam I've ever watched. And then the second half of Zeta is some of the best Gundam I've ever watched. I have no idea how that happens. Tomino was just off his rocker, apparently. He was like, oh, well, like, Zeta was so sad, let me make Double Zeta really goofy, and then nobody liked it. And he's like, okay, let me go back to making it edgy. Char's counterattack, I'm gonna put probably, like, right in front of, Mobile Suit Gundam at the top of B. I was entertained by it. I recently watched it again with the boy Genix because he was going through the original UC timeline. And now having a second watch of it, I think it's okay. Like, I like it. It's not exactly what I expected for the finale of Gundam, so I'm a little disappointed, but it's still good. It's not bad. And especially given how, you know, these series can go. Could have been worse. Let's see, like the Gundam Alex thing, don't really care about. 8th MS team, don't really care about. F91, haven't seen, plan on watching. Victory, I don't want to watch, but it's a like main series, so I'm gonna watch it. G Gundam, best Gundam of all time. Wing, second best Gundam series of all time. That's Boom Boom 1, 2, and S tier. Endless Waltz, I'm gonna put it in C tier behind Double Zeta. It's like an okay that was not Castoria. That's gonna fuck up our farm. But what's it called? Endless Waltz, I think, is like a nice addition for Wing that didn't need to happen, you know? But it's okay. Like, C is a passing grade. Gundam X, I'm really excited for Gundam X. We watched a couple episodes of it, and I was like, I can tell this shit's about to be fire. This shit's gonna be peak. And so I'm waiting to watch it with the boy Genix. We're waiting to get it on that. Okay, now what do I do? Alright, so like, what's the game plan here? What in the Lake Titicaca am I supposed to do, huh? Like, what am I supposed to do here, lads? Cry? Wait, this might still work out. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm actually, like, nasty with it? Hold on. I'm actually, like, disgustingly good. I don't know what that is. UC Slop. Turn A. I remember Turn A is my 4th favorite series. Remember, it's number 4. So it's taking up slot number 4 in S tier. This G Savior thing, don't really care about it. Season 1 of Gundam Seed, number 3. Top 4 for me right now is G Gundam, Wing, Season 1 of Seed, Turn A. Now, I understand if not everybody likes Gundam Seed, because Gundam Seed plays very similar to like a Kamen Rider series where it's like a drama. So I can understand if you're like, oh, I don't really like this that much. Because it's a little different. It's like a bit different. It's not what you're expecting to get out of a Gundam series. But I liked it. It was kind of up my alley. Seed Destiny is like ass. That shit is terrible. I'm putting it in D tier. Stargazer, haven't seen, want to watch. Gundam Evolve, don't care. Igloo 1, Igloo 2, don't care, don't care. I don't know what that is. 00 Season 1. I've recently rewatched 00 when I was rewatching it with Genix. That's going right behind Gundam Zeta. That actually wasn't that bad. 00 Season 2 is a little bit weaker, but I'm going to put it like right behind the original Mobile Suit Gundam in B tier. Waking of the Trailblazer, I'm going to put it like, I don't know, maybe after Endless Waltz in C tier. It's like one of those after-series movies that doesn't need to happen. Build Fighters, I haven't seen, want to watch. Unicorn, I'm gonna re-rank it once I finish my rewatch, because I watched it before I did any of the UC shows, so I was completely oblivious. Yeah, look at how good Ace the Savior is, bro. We still get to do the farm. Dude, we still get to do it, because Ace is that good. My wife, Beach Queen Morgan, is so good. We still get there, dude. We still get there. We're just that good. We're just that nasty with it. But right now, Unicorn is like bottom of C tier for me. Maybe it's even like D tier. But that's because I watched it when I had no idea what was going on. So of course it's gonna be ass to me. Of course it's gonna be ass. Crit? Close. It's gonna be a 4-turner, but you know, for like a not optimized build, we'll take it. We'll take it. We take those big cock fat nuts. You know what, Morgan, finish us out on that one. Age, I have not seen, but I'm very interested to watch Age. I've heard it's not very good. Even my boy Stellar has told me that he likes the concept of Age, but doesn't think it was executed very well. Very excited to watch it myself to kind of see what that means. Yeah, all these build fighter things I want to watch. Reconquista, yeah, I'm not excited to watch it, but I will watch it. It's like a main thing. I'll watch it. The Origins, it's got my boy Char in it. I'm going to watch it. Thunderbolts, I've heard is good, so I'll be watching that whenever that comes out. IBO Season 1 is probably going to take the number 4 spot from Turn A. So my top 5 is looking like G, Wing, Season 1 of Seed, Season 1 of IBO, and Turn A. Now Season 2 of IBO is like a wet fart. But I'm still going to put it at the end of A tier because I still think there's some good themes in there. I still think they do some things correctly. So I'm going to put it bottom of A tier. But it might move down. Actually, do I like it more than Char's counterattack? Okay, it's getting demoted. It's going in B tier. It's going in B tier above 00's second season. Maybe 00... Nah, 00's second season was also hot ass. Twilight Axis, don't know what that is, don't care. That's a Build Fighters, I'll watch that eventually. I think that's another Build Fighters, I'll watch it eventually. Hathaway, I'm putting at the top of C tier. Because Hathaway, I don't think Hathaway is a good Gundam movie. I think it's just a good movie. So as a Gundam show, not my favorite. But if you just, like, you could show that to your friend who's never seen Gundam, and they could probably enjoy it. Breakers I'll probably watch. That's like the animated movie for like episode, what was it, 14 of Gundam. I'll probably watch that. Have I seen the new Freedom movie? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Locus is still a demon. I still hate Locus, but... Which Season 1? I'm gonna put it above IBO Season 2. Which Season 2? That's going in A tier at the bottom of A tier. Rewatched Rich recently, and I was like, that shit's actually not that bad. And then Gundam Narrative. I'm a big Gundam Narrative fan. I really like Gundam Narrative. Gundam Narrative did so much work that Unicorn needed. Like, Bandager has, like, you remember what I was talking about Jaden and how Jaden in Bonds Beyond Time kind of feels like he's like a Kamen Rider Legacy character? Bandager now feels like a Kamen Rider Legacy character. And I love that, dude. Bandager is competent. He's no longer simping. I love the story for the Phoenix Gundam. It breaks my heart, dude. It's such a cool thing, but it's so sad. It's like uber depressing. And we literally go from a guy being a wet paper towel, and it becomes a real character. Love it, dude. Have you been watching yeah, we've been chipping away at it. But we have well, if Crimson's not here, I can talk shit. But we have the UC shill with us. The UC shill with us. So we gotta fit him in there as well. That disgusting UC shill. That guy. Nina Tucker from Gundam. Oh, that's this lady from 00, right? Nina from... Because she has, like, pink hair? No, Nina... Oh, no, she has blonde hair. She's from... Stardust Memory. Yeah, I haven't seen Stardust Memory yet. Trinity's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah, I recognize the Nina from Stardust Memory because I was watching, like, a meme video on it. There's, like, this... There's, like, this, like, 2,000 sub YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to. That, like, all they do is make, like, little meme videos for Gundam, and I fucking love it. I'm such a child. But I'm like, I love it. And I love it, dude. I love it. Stargazer 1, haven't seen it. But yeah, if you're talking about the other Nina, the Nina Trinity, that bitch can burn in hell. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. Get her out of here. Get her out of here. I hate her. How would you rate Code Geass? I haven't seen Code Geass yet. I haven't seen Code Geass, although I will watch it eventually because Stellar's my anime guy, and Stellar loves Code Geass. And Code Geass, I will say, has some really cool has some really cool mecha designs, and they have cute women, so that's gonna win you. I mean, like of course, like you have cute women in your show, of course I'm gonna watch it. If you play the really bad port for GBO on PC, what is GBO supposed to be? Like Gundam Breakers Online? Is that what that stands for? No, I haven't played that. I have played, what's it called? Well, I do play the gacha game. I play the SD gacha game. I play, what are these what's called? Let me make sure I'm getting the names right. It is... Ooh, excuse me. Where are they? SD Gundam Battle Alliance I played. Kind of mid. The gameplay's kind of whatever. But it's fun for a little bit. And then Cross Rays. I really liked Cross Rays. Gundam Battle Operations 2. I downloaded that and then I don't think I ever played it. I know they have like a new one though, right? They have like a new game coming out. We need to play Super Robot Wars. It's on my wish list. You know, if anybody wants to buy me Super Robot Wars. Because, I mean, that shit is like $30 all the time. Never mind, it's $60 right now. Never mind, it's not even on sale. But I would love to play Super Robot Wars. I was playing a PS2 port for a little bit, but then I think I lost my save files, and those games are kind of... Is the best Bond grinding node still Oxford? Bro, I don't grind Bond. Don't ask me those questions. I don't... Like, I'll find nodes that have good Bond drops on them. Like, the Grand Berserker themes, like, those are really good for Bond for those classes. So I'll run more of those stages than I have to. But, dude, I don't sit here and I don't Bond farm. Like, I don't be doing all that. I don't be doing all that, bro. Like, come on. Come on now, you think I'm gonna be sitting around Bond farming? Come on now, young blood. I ain't gonna be doing all that. I ain't gonna be doing all that. No, we were talking a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. Maybe I'll do a Master Duel stream tomorrow. Then again, who wants to see me play Master Duel? Nobody. Oh, so you're really into, like, marathon running. I used to do that back in the day, when I ran, like, track and cross country. But I lived in the desert, so I could never really make it past, like, 3 miles. The best run I ever did was on accident. It was an 8K, or an 8-mile run. And that's because I was supposed to be doing the 3-mile run. But I took a wrong turn, and I ended up having to do the entire other marathon, which I thought was really funny. I would watch you play Master Duel. Hey, hold on. Okay, here's an idea that I'm gonna float to people. So, just for my Yu-Gi-Oh players here. So, I'm working on a Smogon style tier list for every Yu-Gi-Oh deck and like every like archetype of things, right? And so, what it would be is I would host a tournament, and I would say these are all of the decks we have in OU right now. I want to run a tournament to get some data to see what is too strong and what's, you know, perfectly rated and what should probably be moved down. Like, that is something I'm, like, really interested in doing. I know people have been begging me, they've been begging me to do a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. And so I think this could be a little interesting. Will he reveal the location of the 4 Bumblefuck Nowhere College Town? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. What if I want to go back to the Bumblefuck College Town, huh? What if I want to go back? What's your ethnicity? Transcendent. Hey, you walked right into that one. You walked straight into that one. Don't say I didn't warn you on that one. You walked straight into that one. Imagine not knowing that I transcend the very philosophical concepts of time and space themselves. Okay, make sure you're not going to be my student. I would not tell you. That shit would be hilarious. Oh yeah, Trinity. All right, well, Trinity. What you know? What state you gonna be in? What's your college at? Actually, Trinity. What if I just agree to be a bum and don't finish college? I don't want to be an innovator, dude. I don't. Well, oh no. Innovators are fine. Innovates. I hate the innovates. Innovates have to be like some of the most fraudulent people in fiction. Period. I hate those people. I hate them so much, dude. Do I get anything out of these modification quests? Let me see here. So this is Mark of the Dragon. Head. Wait, haven't I already done this one? Oh, I guess why there's like that's why there's no like reward or anything. I guess that's why. Would certain staples be limited, or would they have a small restriction so that you could collect data on what's there? Okay, so I actually have a general card pool. So the first go around for like just trying to like tier these decks, right? Just this is kind of like a for fun thing. I would build all of them, right? So I would give you like a pre-constructed deck, right? Because that would be a part of the thing where it's like, oh, this is what this deck has, but they have some of these generic. And like when we're talking about generics, I mean we're reaching into the bins. Like we're talking about like recruiters are on the generic card list. Like Book of Moon is in there. Like Pot of Duality exactly, and Upstart Goblin. Like normal Trap Hole, Raigeki Break, you know, Threatening Roar, stuff like that. Just things that are like not terrible, but it ain't no Ash Blossom. It's no Maxi. None of that stuff. Now, certain decks that like kind of has synergies with like certain cards would probably be allowed to play them. Like for something like this, it's like, you know, would I give Monarch like Treeborn Frog? Yeah, so like that maybe that Monarch could be like a decent RU deck or something. You know, something along those lines, just to make it function a little bit better. That is something that I've been considering. Because I've been getting a lot of, you know, people being interested in the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, and that's something that I'm kind of interested to do. I'm pretty interested in doing that. Trap tricks are my girls. I will say in my I think of my top 10 favorite cards, I think Marmillo is in my top 10 favorite cards. Because I was playing a bit of hat format, and I just love normal summoning Marmillo and adding a trap. That shit, it just feels good. Normal summon Merm, I got a body, I can slap down a trap, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, no, like, not no hand traps. It's almost purely build, but they're given pieces to help them out. Like for instance, a deck like Kashtira, I'm not gonna make them play three of each of their cards. Like they don't have to play three overlap. It's still gonna be built with ratios. But so it's like, okay, well, what are we filling in with some of the other cards? It's like, well, maybe we would just give them like Ascendant of Thunder, maybe like Psy Beast or something, so they could still do their stuff, right? Would you consider it, or do the thing to get accustomed? We could run an unlimited format, you know? Marmillo only gets whole trap cards. Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. But you see, you know what I mean. When I say you normal Marmillo and you get like a trap card, you're getting a whole trap. You know what I mean. I wish traps were viable in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's kind of like a misconception. Traps aren't bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they've done a lot to make sure that trap cards are good. Trap cards are generally pretty strong. Like, if I'm looking at Master Duel meta right now, like, Blue Eyes searches a trap through its combo, and that trap card is, like, really strong. Rishtron also searches a trap during its combo. Fiendsmith, I guess, is one that, like, they really don't. Fiendsmith really just sends a trap to the graveyard, so I don't know if that counts. That could be really anything. Branded has some really good traps, though. Like, Retribution is good on field and in the graveyard. Banishment is, like, really good on field. It's something you search in your branded combo. Like, they've done a really good job at, like, integrating traps into your combo lines. Labyrinth, I think, is also still very strong. Eldritch is coming in on new support, and that's very strong. Centurion's got a suite of very powerful traps. White Forest has traps you search along your combo. I mean, yeah, you've got some good stuff. Well, it wasn't just the Link one. If Blue Eyes only had the Link one, it wouldn't be good enough. But you give them Roar of the Blue Eyes, White Dragons. You give them Wishes with Eyes of Blue. You give them New Lady that sets True Light from anywhere is great. Or not even set, just activates it from anywhere. Is ridiculous. And then, I mean, even like the new Kaiser Seahorse is actually like not even bad. It's just he's replaced by what's it called, the Primite guys. But I might suggest that people use decks they're familiar with. Oh yeah. Like, cause what I'll probably do is I'll be like, okay, here's the OU decks, and like for example, say it's like OU has like Fire King and Code Talker and Cyber Dragon, you know, whatever it is, right? Like, it's just these decks. And so you're like, oh, I'm actually pretty, like, I'm like, okay, what are you good with? You're like, oh, I could play, like, Code Talker or Cyber Dragon. I'm like, all right, we don't really have anybody on Code Talker. Would you mind playing that? It's like, all right, dude. Meanwhile, Dark Magician's sulking in the corner. Hold on, Dark Magician's new cards they're good. They're just not nearly as good as the Blue Eyes cards. But do you know what is better than the Blue Eyes cards? Me going to eat some dinner because I am hungry. I don't know who is cooking something out there, but they are making me hunger. Lads, I hunger. So on that note, I might stream tomorrow. Tuesday and Thursdays, you guys know, are my flex days. So usually if friends want to go hang out or like there's like okay, now this is where everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's so sweet. But once a month, I take my mom out for like a lunch or a dinner, and we're thinking about doing that tomorrow. So if I don't stream tomorrow, that's because I'm taking my mom out for our monthly outing, you know, where, you know, I just like to do something nice for my mom. And then if I am back though, well, you know what? Let's do a straw poll before I go. How about that? Before I go, we'll do a straw poll. Because we have quite a few things we could go for. Now, I will allow you to vote for multiple options. Not, you know, you can't just put in like 20 different votes, but you can vote for each thing individually if you don't really care. Right? So, if I stream tomorrow, what play? Question mark. Okay, so we'll put in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. We'll put in Honkai Star Rail. Let's put like Nikkei in there. Let's put like Arc Nussie in there. And then let's put a Wooter in there as well. And bada boom. Let me click share. Let me get a copy of this link. Let me put that in there. And then let me go to the YouTube, guys. And then let me put it in there. And so I will let you guys vote on the ye old polling thing over there. You know, let me actually get it out for the Discord guys as well. Put this in the Discord as well. Alright. So with that, I'll let that good old straw poll run until probably literally right before stream tomorrow, and I'll just look at the poll and see if it was updated or anything, and then whoever wins is what I'm playing, and if it's tied, then I'm gonna flip a coin. I'll give it a good old ping and see what we're playing. Damn, Nikkei, Honkai Star Rail getting their dick pushed in. Damn, alright. But with that being said, that is all that I got you guys. The Discord thing it's invalid. I just updated that. What do you... Okay, hold on, bro. Okay, I got you. I got you. Oh, maybe I had it expire after 7 days. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I fucked it up, dude. Okay, here, just for you, my boy. There you go. Before I left, dropped it in there. There you go. There's the Discord invite. Now I'm gonna leave. Now I'm gonna go update all my descriptions, because apparently the Discord thing isn't working.